Good morning, everybody. So we're going to continue on with the letters. We'll start at 63 today, and we'll just see how far we get. My time is sort of limited this morning. And I did want to say that one thing that I noticed that's nowhere to be found really is John Cocteau's poems. At least this whatever set of poems that he released, and there's really no translations for any of this. So I've been starting with the help of, I'm just going to say it, AI, because I need major help with French. But um, I am in the process of translating this, and Grok and ChatGPT, whatever I can use, and Google. And after I finish the Webern, I figured I'll go through these because I'm a massive, big fan of Jean Cocteau. So I love his movies mostly. Um, but I love the Orpheus trilogy movies, so they're really my favorite. So I can't wait to. I'm excited to do that. Or it's been fun so far. But let me get through these. There's about 140 letters here, and it'll be a minute before we get there. This is number 63 from what is it? 10/15/1935. So around this time, October 15th. This is number 63. Dearest, dear Hildegard, when you asked about the Augenblick the other day, we were looking at your paintings. The only thing I can answer momentarily was that it was difficult to say anything about it, but actually, how I would have liked to tell you a great deal about it. After all, it was a special joy for me to see you again in the full consciousness of having completed the work. Then we were distracted. And so, to fill the gap until we meet again, I would like to say a few things in this medium, above all, that I would dearly like to have expressed long ago, and particularly at the time when you asked me, namely, how much your words had meant to me once more. O mir de blickes mit der Tränen, Tränenbrandung. And apparently that means, oh, the ocean of a glance with its surf of tears. It lies just in the middle of the piece and constitutes at the same time its dynamic climax. What a thought! And then it's in its continuation musically, the largest contrast follows directly. You awaken an image that can only be the quintessence of all loveliness, all kindliness. Die Tropfen, welche sie versprüht auf Wimpern von Erzen und der Sonne, werden ihr beschienen. And apparently that translates to the drop it sprays on the blades of an eyelash are drenched in the light of the sun and of the heart. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And thus a mode of representation that I can only regard as the highest is provided. The tears, a drop of water, shone on by the heart and by the sun of what makes them flow. The answer is no longer necessary. I'm going to go turn that fan off. Good. Okay, so let's see. Sorry about that. There's a long hum and all the noise. We don't need that. So this is in the middle of, sorry about that. This is going to be October 15th, 1935. And we're continuing on line 24. How long it must be before I can look at your new picture again. I keep on thinking of it. The thing that occupies my mind in connection with it is the same as what I was trying to express above. And Pepos figures, I've already started on the new work. And then it just kind of, there's an ellipsis there. I have already started on the new work. As I've told you this time, it's another purely instrumental piece. Your texts give me no peace at all, it's true. But at the same time, it has to be so. So this is from Salzburg. This is Boxing Day, December 26, 1935. Letter 64. Dearest friends, I had come in spite of everything. You can imagine what I have been through these last days. I can hardly wait to be at home. I have your Ebner book with me, dear Hildegard. And this is from January 15th, 1936. This is letter number 65. Dearest friends, I had the Ebner book with me on the journey. To me, in all those sad circumstances, it meant more than I can say to be able to dip into it. This is from Easter Saturday, 1936. This is letter 66. Dearest friends, I look forward no end to seeing those marvelous forms in cast metal. Your beautiful couplets, dearest Hildegard, made a great impression on me. My songs are already printed and should appear after the holiday. And here we do have a very nice bust of Hildegard Jone, no doubt by Josef, Humplik, her husband. So this is moving on. We are on June 12th, 1936. This is letter number 67. My dear Hildegard, thanks from the bottom of my heart for your sweet, profound words about the songs. I wanted to answer straight away, but the repeated alarms and disturbances of a professional kind, and such as I have never previously had to endure, have left me no peace at all. Even now, apart from brief attempts, I cannot get down to work properly. But now it really has to be done. Shake off everything. That's the only thing I can help. But indeed, it is often very hard. Ellipsis. My dear Hilda, I need your Fons Horsholm urgently. I beg you repeatedly and most pressingly to send me the book, or perhaps, and it is better, a more recent one, for my work. I need everything of yours. Yes, now I must finally have it all with me permanently and every moment. This is letter 68 from July 18th, 1936. Dearest friends, the enclosed photo was in yesterday's evening of the edition of the N.W. Tageblatt. At least it gave us an idea of the arrangement of Humplik sculptures in Berlin. The runner is apparently in the front of the boxers. Doesn't his arm reach into the triangle of their hands? There's an ellipsis. A good time for working. I've already finished one of my new work. I told you I was writing something for piano. The suite part is a variations movement. The whole will be kind of sweet. Hold on, let me get back up. A good time for working. I already finished one part of my new work. I told you I was writing something for piano. The completed part is variations movement. The whole will be a kind of suite. In the variations, I hope that I realized something that I have been imagining for years. Goethe once said to Eckermann, when the latter was enthusing about a new poem, indeed, I've been thinking about it for 40 years. And I think, isn't Eckermann the one that wrote that book, or he did an interview with Goethe or something like that, and it became a very, very famous work. I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. This is from August 23rd, 1936. My dear Hildegard. Meanwhile, I have completed another part of my new work. Now for the final and third part. What you say about time and distance being the measures of degree in art, as opposed to the place where both are measured, that expresses the whole thing. It is the unique formulation. Interesting. This is from February 3rd, 1937, and is that the year of the Anschluss? Anybody tell me? I can't remember. Or was that 1938? Anyways, dearest Hildegard, I am working on a string quartet. In this work, I will quite especially fulfill the fundamentals that you laid down in your letter. Perhaps. How pleased I was to read that. Dearest friends, this is from February 23rd, 1937. The Trackle celebration is to be on March 15th, with Pepos and my collaboration. Again, Pepo is Josef Humplik, that's Hildegard Jone's husband. If only I can get the songs up to scratch. That is my biggest worry at the moment. They are so difficult, and Vienna is becoming less and less suitable place for them. So meanwhile, let's hope it all works out. And this is from May 2nd, 1937. Dear Humplik, I must tell you that this Friday, May 14th, the Kalisch Quartet is to give the first performance in Vienna of Schoenberg's new string quartet. He wrote it last year, and it is to be played twice in the program. Between the two performances, they will play my 5 movements for string quartet. I would be very pleased if you could both come. My variations for piano have just come out. You will receive a copy as soon as possible. And the reason I'm laughing is because I can just imagine them locking the audience in their room and not allowing anybody to leave until they played it a second time. So this is from July 20th, 1937. This is letter 73. Dear Hildegard, I've been working for the last few weeks. I look forward to seeing your new pictures. Dear Hildegard, with the greatest excitement, and in the joyful expectation of seeing reconfirmed what is ever more plain to me, namely, how similar are our modes of representation. This is from September 2nd, 1937. This is letter 74. Or just an excerpt of it. Dear friends, I have just arrived at an important juncture in my work. The first movement of my string quartet is finished. Now to press on. And I think we'll get through 1937 and call it a day. So here's letter 75. This is from October 16th, 1937. My dear Humplik, what an impression your magnificent forms made on me the other day. I left the exhibition with such a good feeling. On the 26th, a local pianist, he is very talented and I am working hard with him already, is to play my variations for piano, the very first performance. And he is to play them again on the 30th in a concert for a Verein für New Musik, in which there's also to be pieces by Schoenberg. And then here we go. This is from December 23rd, 1937, the last letter for today. And this is number 76. Dear friends, with regard to the American Commission, a very welcome proscript has arrived. They want a string quartet and some other kind of chamber music as originally planned. So everything is beautifully resolved. For what I'm working on now is a string quartet. So I don't have to interrupt this work on this. I'm not pushed for time and I can have it ready punctually without much difficulty. And we'll leave it there. We'll start with 77 tomorrow morning. We're a little more than halfway through the entire letters and we'll see how far we get. So the other thing, just if you guys don't know this book at all, so this is the one that I'm in the middle of so-called translating, and then as soon as I'm done with the Webern, I'll go through all these little poems, and then I don't know what to read after that. I thought about reading something that was very difficult, like Husserl's Phenomenology book, just maybe better for me to read it out loud, like live in front of camera, something like that. I can have a better understanding of it when I go back and listen to it myself. I don't know, but anyways, it's going to be a really great day. And what is it? Is it the 28th? So hopefully that's not. Yeah, we got Halloween this Friday. So I'll see you guys back tomorrow morning. We'll pick up with what was it, letter 76, and move on. Everybody have a really wonderful day. Always be excellent to each other and party on.